Hi everyone, I'm Fiona coming to you from Albwood in Bath. And we're doing our chair class and we're going through fascial manoeuvres. I had a question at the end of last week's class as to why we're breathing through the nose and then through the mouth and changing it up. So just so you understand for yourself, what I'd like you to do is place your hands on your belly and I'd like you to take 3 slow breaths through your nose. So breathing in, through the nose and out. Do it again, in and out. One more time, in and out. Now, you probably noticed that the breath was in the rib cage and up. We're going to do the breath through the mouth. Breathing in through the mouth and out. And again. And again. Okay, so we are using breath as our therapist. We will wind into postures. Remember, take yourself as far as you are comfortable. We will pin and lock certain positions in the body. We'll try to hold them. And then we breathe. And when we're breathing through the nose, we are expanding and softening, mostly places above the diaphragm. When we are breathing into the belly, we are softening and moving fascia below, maybe a little bit more full body. So we'll play around with that. So for our first maneuver, I'd like you to take your right foot across. Now, if you can't do it at the knee, you can cross at the ankle. If you can wrap your leg all the way around, but you certainly don't need to. From here, I'm going to take my left hand under the armpit, my right hand above. And now I'd like to turn my body to the right, turning my head to the left. And here what we're going to do is we're going to use stage breath immediately. We're going to inhale through the mouth. Inhale more. Inhale even more. Pause. Exhale. Wind yourself a little further. Do it again. Inhale. Inhale more. Inhale more. Pause and exhale. One more. Inhale. Inhale more. Inhale more. Pause and exhale. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Keep winding. Inhale through the nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. Exhale mouth. Inhale nose. Mouth. One more. Good. Now, what I would like you to do is don't let go of your arms. Don't let go of your legs. Let the torso return to center. Turn your head to the right as you spiral your body to the left. Switch on your pelvic floor, if you can, pulling the sex organs up and belly back to the spine. And here we go, stage breath. Inhale through the mouth, sipping in more and more. Pause and exhale. And again, more and more and more. Exhale. One more. Good. Now inhaling through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 5 more. 4. 3. 2. 1. Good. Now, from here, I'd like you to lean forward. To the best of your ability, the body's turning left, the head's turning right. Maybe you can lean into it, but stay somewhere that's not torture. Inhale through the mouth, sip in more, and exhale. Do that again. Inhale, more, more, and exhale. One more time. Good. Come out slowly. Undo your arms, undo your legs. If you're able-bodied, you can go for a little walk around. If you're in your chair, I'd like you to do infinity signs, okay? So you're crossing across, just circling around. And then coming to stillness and notice how you feel. Now, you might feel great because you were tightly held, but you also might feel like, oh, I'm really heavy on one side. That's okay. We're going to do the other. So taking your left foot across, tuck it in or do whatever you did on the other side. By the way, this could be like this. From here, taking your left hand under the arm, right hand on top, give yourself a hug. Pull up through the spinal pelvic block. See if you can keep it there. From here, I'm looking to the right as I spiral my body to the left. We're moving pressure. Take a breath in, breathe in more, breathe in more, and exhale. Do it again, breath in, breathe in more, breathe in more, and exhale. And again, more, more, pause, exhale. Good. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now don't let go. Let your upper body return to center. Look left, spiral right. Switch on your core again if you lost it. And sipping breath in. Breathing in stages. And more. And more. And exhale. And again. And more. And more. Exhale. One more time, and more, and more. Exhale. Good. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. 5 more times. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. And now hinging, and here we take those stage breaths in again. So I'm spiraling right, looking left. Take a breath in through your mouth, and more, and more. Exhale. Do it again. Breath in, and more, and more. Exhale. And again, and more, and more. Exhale. Good. Now from here, out we come. Undo slowly. Undo everything. Go for a little meander. Or if you're sitting, move. Coming back to stillness, notice how it feels. Now you might find that some things have released and you've got pressure in other places. Let's assume, just for a moment, just in case it's true, that it's not pain, it's pressure. And if it's pressure, we can move it. So the next one we've been doing, and the reason I'm doing repetition is I want you to find something that works and you learn it so that you use it. Okay, so this one, I'm taking my hands into a grip, even my thumbs are touching or crossed, and I'm taking them behind my head, and I'm pressing into the skin, and I'm pulling that flesh up, and my gaze is up, and I'm inhaling through the nose, and I'm exhaling through the mouth. Switch your pelvic floor on. Inhale, exhale. One more, inhale, exhale. Good, now inhale through the mouth. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Now I'm dropping my head down, chin to my collarbone. Breath in through the mouth, breath out. Breath in, breath out. One more, breath out. So take a breath in, turn to the right, and then come back and exhale. Take a breath in, turn to the left, come back and exhale. Breath in, turn, back, 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 exhale. Keep your hands there, pulling the flesh up. Switch on your spinal pelvic block if you've lost it. Come into this sort of shape where you're fairly flat, but your head is up, your gaze is slightly up. I'm taking a breath here. I am turning to the right and coming back, exhale. Same to the left, breath in, turn, back, exhale. 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 Now the next position is not necessarily available for everybody. Some people may be able to come down into a squat or this position, and that's fine. If you could come all the way down, that's fantastic. If you're on your chair, maybe you can get your legs up and drop in between. So whatever you can do that takes you closer to an embryo position. And in this position, we're going to inflate the body with breath and release. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Good. Now we slowly move. So first of all, straightening our legs, and then stacking the spine all the way up, elbows up, looking up, and then breath out. Let it go. If you're sitting, you move. If you can and you're walking, meander around a little bit until your body falls into sync, that your right arm and your left leg are moving together, and then come back and join us. When you're practicing by yourself, you could take a couple of minutes between moves. Notice the effect of what we've been doing. Okay, the next one. We're going to take our right hand to the outside of the left shoulder. I'm not aiming for the bone. I'm not aiming for the scapula. I'm not aiming for the trapezius. I'm looking for the flesh here, which is on the outside of the scapula, and I'm going to grab that and pull it up. Okay, so I'm pulling that up, then I'm going to hike the shoulder up. With the other hand, the left hand, I'm going to hold on to the ribs. I'm going to grab that flesh and pull it forward too. Okay, and my third point is I'm going to pull up through my spinal pelvic lock. So I pull up through my sex organs and pull the belly back to the spine and maintain these. Now in this position, I'm going to reach and move, okay? And my breath is going to be inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth. In any position that feels good, inhale and exhale. So I'm drawing the hands towards the elbows. Inhale and exhale. Changing the direction and exhale and again and exhale and let it go. Scan your body. Notice what this left side feels like compared to the right. What's going on? Where is the pressure moving? Let's go to the other side. So we're taking our left hand to the flesh below the shoulder on the outside of the back of the right shoulder. And I'm pulling up and I'm taking my hands around to my left ribs and I'm grabbing that flesh and pulling forward. So I can feel pin and lock and I'm opening up the place between my hands on my back. Okay, you'll find that it affects more than that. I'm also going to pull up through my core and pull the belly back to the spine. That's my third lock. I try to maintain it. Breathing in and out through the mouth. Breath in, breath out. Breath in, breath out. Breath in and out. Land again. And you might find yourself moving quite differently on this side to the other. Undo. Let it go. Notice what it feels like in your body. Again, if you feel so inspired, take a moment to walk a little bit and then come back to your chair. Sitting on the chair, we meander a bit, coming back to center. All right, so the next one is, I'm walking through my elbow. I'm going to open up the shoulders. So I'm going to take my right hand to my right shoulder. If this is uncomfortable for you, I can take this right hand to the left shoulder. Okay, but I'm going to do what I can do. And take the palm of my hand to the skin on my elbow. And I'm going to grab that skin and I'm going to roll from the outside out. Okay, so I'm circling it outward. And I'm going to pin that in position. Then I'm going to take this elbow up to the best of my ability. That might be forward, that might be quite open, wherever it is totally appropriate. Then I'm going to look under my arm towards the right. Now I'm going to breathe in and out slowly through the mouth. Breath in and breath out. So first of all, I'm going to move in through the mouth, out through the mouth, and again. Good. Beautiful. And now I'm going to lean over to the left and breathe here. Breathing in through the mouth and out. In and out. In and out. Up we come and undo. Feel. Notice where the pressure moved. Notice where you feel heavy and you feel light. What's going on? All right, let's do the other side. So your left hand is to your left shoulder, but if this is uncomfortable, you can take it to the right. We take the flesh off the elbow, I grab it with my palm, and from inwards, I roll to the outside of my body, and I pin it in place. Breathing slowly in and out through the mouth, I'm taking it up and back. That may be forward or it might be behind my head, whatever's working for you. From here, moving, inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale, and again. Good. And now I'm going to leaning over to the right and inflating my torso, my shoulders, my body with breath, breathing in through the mouth and out through the mouth. In and out. In and out. In and out. One more. Coming up slowly. It's so important that we move slowly. Why? Because the fascia is 80% water. It's quite liquid and gel-like. But at the same time, it responds to our stress and perceived danger. So when we have a fall or we've done something, tends to be a very quick thing that happens. And what the fascia does is it holds, it tightens. And that can have a lot to do with the ongoing pain because muscles do not get tight. They remain elastic, but the muscles are moving within the fascia. When the fascia is restricted, it feels like we have tight muscles. So just noticing as we're freeing up the fascia, what is the effect? What does it feel like inside of you? Let's take our right hand around the neck to the left side. Let's grab that flesh and pull it around to the right. And then we're going to grab the left forehead and I would like you to pull up and across. Okay, so it's like we're wrapping that flesh even on the head and the neck, round the scalp, bones. Breath in and breath out. You don't have to move much, but feel yourself breathe and out. Breath in so I can hold myself still and just feel expansion and softening, or I may be inspired to move just small amounts, noticing how it feels. And then I'm going to stop and notice. Now I'm going to really confuse you because we're not going to do the other side. Why? Because the body wraps around. And so sometimes we just go in one way to reset. And in fact, as you get to know your body better, you're going to find that some movements it's only appropriate for you to go one way, even on the ones where there will be choices. So noticing. Let's go now to the hands. I was told in a workshop the other day that if the left hand hurts, sorry, the right hand hurts, as I pull back through my fingers and press out through the heels of my hand, okay, I want to avoid sharp pain, but this can be quite deep and intense. The more it is like that, this is a symptom of overgiving. Okay, the other hand means something different, but I remember this one being a bit of an overgiver. So what we're going to do here is pulling back through the fingers and moving. Inhale through the mouth, exhale through the mouth, and again. Good, and then we can slowly bend our elbows until I can attach and lock that elbow into my ribs. Then I take the hand up to my shoulder until I can lock it in line with my shoulder. Then I'm going to turn the hand out to the right as I rotate my head to the left. Let's make this even more so. Take my right foot and cross it over the left. Switching on my spinal pelvic lock. And now I'm going to breathe. Breath in through the mouth and out. In through the mouth and out. In through the mouth and out. Coming back, undoing, letting go. Notice how you feel. Let's do the other side. So start from the bottom this time. Cross the left ankle over the right. Take your left hand out. Pull the fingers back, pressing out through the heel of the hand. Feel the stretch into your forearm. Switch on the spinal pelvic block. Drop your shoulders down, breathing in through your mouth and out through your mouth. In any direction that kind of feels good, but really we're looking for pressure, because where we find pressure is where we're finding places to undo. Breath in and breath out. Now, from shoulder height, I'm going to slowly, keeping the pressure in my forearm, draw that forearm back to my ribcage. Lock it in. From here, I'm going to take that hand out to the shoulder, and when it's there, lock it in. Turn the hand out to the left. Turn my head to the right. Switch on my spinal pelvic lock more. Let my body spiral over to the left where the hand's going and inflate my body with breath. Breath in and out. In through the mouth. Out through the mouth. In and out. One more. And coming out slowly. Remember, slowly is the medicine. All right. Scan your body. Get yourself comfortable. Sit back in your chair or on the floor or in bed or wherever you are. Close your eyes, scanning your body from your toes, ankles, knees, thighs. Just mentally assessing one side to the other into your hips, your pelvis, your lower torso, your upper torso, your neck, your shoulders, upper arms, forearms, hands. Relaxing your face. Breathe in. Breathe in more. Breathe in more. Hold. Exhale. Two more. Breathe in. Breathe in more. Breathe in more. Exhale. One. Exhale. As you drop down into peace, memorize the feel and tone of spaciousness in your body and relaxation. Memorize it in such a way that you can come back to this way of being. So this is a 30-minute practice. We do it on Tuesdays and Fridays. Sometimes we will add some standing poses and something on the mat, but really it's designed, this particular class, for people that need a bit of extra support, and we are modifying. If you want to stay online and talk about your experience, I'm here. Otherwise, I will see you on Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining me.